they go toward this a central goal that allow compound interest to then kick in, and then your money starts making money for you. So you already, when they say that black people make everybody rich, uh, we should be very specific about that. They're usually talking about consumer items. They're talking about us going to the mall and buying stuff and all that, and that is part of it. But a big part of it are these annuities that you create. Because remember, think about this. I want you to think about how often black people buy things and we don't buy them with cash, right? We make it the problem even worse. Not only do we give our money away, but we give our future money away because we buy it with credit. Tell me if you get what I'm saying. Give me a yes if you're following this. A lot of us will whip out the credit card. We'll sign up for the predatory loan. We'll take the financing. We think the little Arab guy who gave us that 27% interest rate on the new Mercedes was doing us a solid, right? The rappers would go right down to Jake the jeweler and buy some jewelry on credit, right? And all in this credit compounds a problem. It's not compound interest, it's a compound problem. So I want to turn compound problems into compound solutions. I want compound blessings. I want compounds of generational wealth. I want compounds of black success. So we need to take this bus, turn the damn thing around, and use compound interest in our favor instead of using it in the favor of other people. So not only do we give our money away, but we then get things on credit, which means we're giving away future money, and then you're trapped in debt slavery while somebody else rises. You're sinking, they're rising. That's what's happening. The sinking of your boat lifts up their boat. You create a wave that pulls their boat up out of the water. Do you understand? Does that make sense? The rising tide does not lift all boats. Your boat is sinking, their boat is rising. So you are the rising tide that's lifting all boats. Do you understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Barack Obama. If you want to talk about the rising tide lifting boats, the rising tide does not lift all boats. The rising tide lifts some boats. And the rising tide is in the game of capitalism. The rising tide is created by the boats that are sinking. Do you follow what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? If I go down in the water, then the wave comes and then somebody else is going up. So here's the deal. Look, here's how you're making other people rich. You're making them rich through the power of compound interest, which is being used not just against you, but being used in the favor of those who don't even like you very much. And so what's happened is that by you paying your light bill on time and your car note on time and your cell phone on time and your rent on time and doing all these things you're supposed to do to get good credit, they're building massive amounts of wealth. So here's what I want you to do. I'm not asking you to hate white people. I don't believe in that kind of thing. We ain't got time to be hating nobody. I'm not asking you to get mad at other people for taking advantage of our mistake. I'm not asking you to change anything. I'm not asking you to go out and become a financial expert. I'm not asking you to starve yourself. I'm not asking you to not buy a Mercedes. What I'm asking you to do is one simple thing. One simple thing. I want you to really understand what equality means. Equality and equity. What does that really mean? Equality has to start with you. Equality doesn't start with society. It starts with you. And what does that mean? That means I want you to give yourself the same treatment that you give everybody else. I want you to be just as committed to paying yourself as you are to paying other people. I want you to be as committed to paying that bill in that put that money in the S&P 500 index fund. I've told you guys exactly what to do. It's very easy. A 4-year-old could do this. You don't need to have a PhD in finance to do this. You don't need to have a bachelor's degree. You don't need to take a finance class. You don't need to have a certification. A 4-year-old could do this. A monkey could do this. And I know we're smarter than monkeys, despite what others might say about us.